and welcome to Behind the Spotlight. I'm Crystal Lambert, and as you can see, we're all getting into the festive holiday spirit here on Behind the Spotlight, thanks to the Snow Globes. Thank you guys so much for being here. You are promoting your new album called Snowed In, and you're going to perform Let It Snow. So you guys really, really like snow.
We love the snow.
They love the snow. Take it away, the
Thanks,
Snow
Crystal.
Globes.
Outside is frightful, and the fire is so delightful. Since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbye. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow,
Let it snow, let it snow,
let it snow.
let it snow, let it snow,
Let it snow.
let it snow, 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 let it
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
And that was Let It Snow by the Snow Globes, and I can tell you guys just love being in the holiday spirit. What made you first decide we should make a Christmas album?
Yeah, a few years ago, Lindsay and I were just asked to sing a couple of songs, kind of holiday songs, and we put them together and we performed them just in a small little gathering, and people really responded well to it, and they said, you know, you guys should really think about making a Christmas record, and we were just like, that seems like kind of a crazy
Yeah.
idea to make a Christmas record. And then we've been playing with Rick for a number of years, and we decided to just play around with some ideas, and all of a sudden, like, we were on our way. We just kind of fell in love with the process of making these.
I mean, why do you think people get so into Christmas music? What is it about it?
Yeah, I think there is a tradition and a nostalgia that
that's associated with Christmas. You know, people love to do the same things every year, and they love to listen to the same songs. And so I don't know. I think we have been surprised at how well the snow globes have done. But I really think it's just because whatever we do makes them feel something and makes them happy, and I don't know, remember good things. So
Remember their childhood memories. I think there is
Yeah.
something very comforting about it, and it's
Right.
something that you do once a year that's regular in your life that hopefully doesn't change, and you get to be around
Right.
people you love. I mean, I definitely understand the draw. And speaking of Christmas traditions, what are some of the things that you guys do with your families, or what are your favorite traditions every year?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that really connects to this is when we were little kids, you know, like kind of every night like over the Christmas season, we would, like my family would gather, we'd have a little fireplace and some tea, you know, and some Christmas cookies, and we'd sing Christmas songs, like, and that would be every evening, we would do that. And so there are all these songs we've been revisiting over years that remind me of doing that, and it's just something that's like absolutely like just classic, like Norman Rockwell painting kind of thing. But but
nice.
it was really lovely to be able to pull some of these songs and remember being a kid and singing them.
Yeah, if you
Like,
were a fly on the wall, you
Yeah.
could see that.
Yeah.
How about you guys?
Well, I grew up in a
particular
very
traditions?
traditional Presbyterian church, and
Okay.
so there was a hymnal, we sang, you know, and all these melodies that stuck with me throughout the years. I've loved to go
they
back.
stay in there. That's
They
the thing
do,
about Christmas
and
carols.
I love to go back and find the beautiful things that I thought when I was a child come back to life and rethink them in a way that we present. One of the things we've noticed that the people that like our music so much is because you hear so many, you know, gorgeous arrangements of Christmas tunes, but it's almost very plastic sounding and very overproduced. And we have a very earthy
Yeah.
folk sound that people can really relate to.
Gotcha. Lindsay, how about you? And you have your own
Yeah.
family now, too,
Yeah,
with a
I
second
have-
on the way. So,
I have a 2, almost 3-year-old little girl, Lincoln, and that's really changed things, because I would say my favorite Christmas traditions now are, you know, doing really fun things with her. Like the other day, we went to Crown Center and saw Santa Claus and rode the train at Union Station, and we went to see the Nutcracker. So it's just all those fun little things that I look forward to doing every year.
I'm sure as a
with her.
parent, too, it's so different because you're kind of seeing it through the child's eyes for the first time, because everything is so new when you're 2 years old.
Oh,
It's
it
like,
is so fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that I would normally be really excited about, like, going to Union Station and
but-
seeing the trains, but
Yeah.
it's you
But
just
if your
get-
kids are
yeah,
excited,
it makes them so happy.
It's
really
contagious. It goes around. Got it. Well, we're going to get a little bit more into that. Thank you guys so much for being here, and we will be right back with more Behind the Spotlight after this. Don't go anywhere.
Finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-dum.
Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight. I've been hanging out here with the Snow Globes, and we're talking about all things Christmas, fun traditions. So nobody does like the pickle in the tree. Have you heard of that?
No.
I've
what-
never
This is a
even heard of
thing.
it.
Okay, see, now I'm the crazy person because I'm talking about hiding pickles in Christmas trees. It's some sort of, I want to say it's a Polish tradition, but you hide a pickle in the Christmas tree, and whoever finds it wins a prize or something.
Well, we're going to start.
Yeah, that's a good
Do the
idea.
pickle?
Absolutely.
Except if you never find it, then you just have like this rotten
know.
pickle.
This is Rick's first married Christmas, so
It is,
maybe
yeah.
that'll be a
Very
good one to start with.
exciting. And
can,
congratulations, by the way.
Maybe just hide the pickle and not say anything
See,
and
this
see if we
is
can
the
get
thing.
to the rotten
Is that what you say
portion.
when you-
Exactly. This is the time that you start making up traditions.
Oh.
And you know, Lindsay, with your kids too, you can just start making all sorts of weird stuff up and be
Yeah.
like, guys, we do this every year. It's the pickle tree
To
thing.
hide the pickle every year?
Yeah. And speaking of generosity, you know, this is a time for giving. You have a really cool project. Well, all of you contribute to the WASH project, right? So tell us a little bit.
Yeah,
about that.
5 years ago, I was invited to go to Mali, West Africa, as part of an arts team that was doing medical missions. There were doctors and nurses doing operating rooms and clinics, and we got to do the arts part of it. And at the end of the time there, it was really fun, but the projects would only last that week. And so we got invited to go back another year, and I asked one of the doctors what we could do that would be more sustainable. And
Yeah.
they said, in this place, if you can encourage the community to wash their hands with soap, it would save an incredible amount of lives and really like stabilize the health of the area. The infant mortality rates there are really high, And so we started, and it's basically been a community like raising itself up and just changing their own culture from within. And so I've been working with my fellow Snow Globes over the last several years. So proceeds from all the record sales from our Snow Globes go to support the WASH Project, and it's now serving 7,000 children. And they've added some really beautiful elements. Like we have now like a soccer tournament that's gotten so popular with the kids in the schools there that it lasts for 3 months. And we learned recently that girls don't have that many opportunities to do their own activities, and so they decided they wanted to do basketball instead. So we have a girls basketball tournament there. So it's like they're changing their culture from within. It's really cool to be part of it.
I'm sure, you go there and you meet these kids and you must feel, they must have an impact on you, and they probably stay with you. Do you ever hear from the kids afterwards? What's a really cool thing that someone has told you, a child that's benefited from your guys' generosity?
Oh yeah, well, the education just goes both ways. I mean, for me, the coordinator there, he's a young guy, and he was our translator originally. He kind of runs it from his hometown in Mali, and he said that once we started this project and it started gaining steam, he said the parents would come up to him and say, like our kids are saying we want these little hand washing stations in our homes, like, and we're now getting them because they're like developing these good habits, and the kids are now saying, we're getting this at school, and I'm learning that this is important for us to be healthy. I want to have one in the house.
Oh, cool.
So the kids are actually the ones that are changing the culture of their own homes, and it's pretty powerful to see it.
That's awesome. Tell me a little bit more about your involvement, since then, and how the project has grown.
Yeah, like one of the things I think is really important about this kind of work is that the temptation to go and be there and to sort of be personally impacted is really high.
Okay.
Because it can be a really enriching experience, but ultimately, it's all about the communities themselves doing it. And so I have chosen to not go there and
Teach
to
them
really
how to
just
fish. Yeah, right.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like they know what they need, and and so all I do is just kind of help to create the space and raise some money for them to be able to make decisions on their own, and it has been amazing to see what they've done with it. I mean, they've created these things that are now like permanent parts of their year that everyone looks forward to.
Well, and
so cool.
he's incredible. I mean, he is constantly in communication with Tia Blacoro, and as soon as he says that they need something, Barkley is on it, just making sure that it happens. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So kind of back to your music, when you're here and you're in Kansas City and you're performing, what do you hope your audience gains from your guys' music?
That's a good question.
Everyone turns to Rick.
Well, it is a sense of nostalgia.
Yeah.
And people, even last night, were discussing coming together. It starts their season. Like they hear the Snow Globes, and it really gets them in the spirit. And we hope just to provide an amazing evening for them, and one that they can keep with them for years to come.
Yeah, I could listen to Christmas music all year long. Like I'm one of those
We
people.
do.
Yeah, right.
You guys do.
Yeah, we know how you feel.
We actually play Christmas music
You do.
basically all year long.
Which is another thing people don't realize, is that you guys really do work a lot on your music all
do.
year long. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a year-round process. Okay, so I do want to get to the 4 favorites segment, because this is always fun. I love hearing about everyone's favorite things, and it is your favorite things. It's that time of year. So all of your guys' favorite things. First off, start with you, Barkley. Favorite book?
Yeah, my favorite book is The Little Prince.
Oh, I
Cynthia
love The
Tipper.
Little Prince.
Yeah.
It's a classic. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to top that, Lindsay.
I feel like I don't have a great answer.
Okay.
I'll say, because I like have to read kids' books a lot now. So
Yeah.
Hooray for Fish.
Hooray for Fish.
Yep,
Okay,
it's good.
gonna check it out.
I am a big creative fantasy fan. I do love The Lord of the Rings.
Okay, nice.
I think the creation of a universe is beyond something I could ever fathom.
Do you read a lot of Stephen King? There's some
No,
good-
I don't. I actually
Okay.
do not enjoy being frightened for entertainment. And I'm serious.
fair.
Like it doesn't.
Fair enough.
I really don't like scary movies. I don't like reading
What about
scary
Nightmare
books.
Before Christmas?
That is not a scary movie. That movie is
Kinda.
amazing. That movie is
It's a good
incredible.
One. I love some Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And speaking of movies, favorite movie?
Yeah, it would be the Coen brothers, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
It's a good one.
That's a classic.
Classic.
The music,
Yeah.
the story, the history of it.
Humor.
I love it all.
Yeah.
I think Love Actually.
Oh, see, you very
Kinda
Christmassy.
Christmassy.
It is. Yeah, that's one that's on repeat this time of year. Yeah, very much so. Okay, and
I will now contradict myself.
aha.
The Shawshank Redemption. Because it is Stephen King.
Okay, it is, but it's
right.
not that scary.
It's not scary at all.
It's just more like suspenseful, I guess.
That is a
Drama.
human triumph to me.
Yeah.
To see that story unfold into, I think it's a gripping movie.
It is. It is. Okay. Stephen King. I don't know. I like Stephen King. And third favorite artist, musician, music artist. I don't know if I
Yes.
specified.
Yeah, the music artist for me would probably be Paul Simon. Just like how
Nice.
he's traveled around the world and just brought some just magic from
Yeah.
other places to new audiences.
Yeah, I could see that. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Lindsay?
I'm always listening to new things, but right now I really love the new Head in the Heart album.
Oh, okay.
Really good.
I haven't checked it out yet, but I will put that on my to-do list. And Rick, favorite artist?
I think Stevie Wonder has to be that answer. He sees things that we can never. He touches people in a way that I don't think many people in this world ever will.
Yeah, that's why he's Stevie Wonder. Okay, and then the very last of our four favorites is your favorite band or fan story. So you guys can kind of answer this one collectively. Favorite story? Good little anecdote.
Yeah, I think for me, it has been. I think it's been just hearing people respond to it. I think one of the things about doing this work that can be so nostalgic and positive is there are also a lot of hard things that happen in life. And a lot of people that are feeling isolated or feeling like they're just like they're not fitting in, and like there's something about this. We have so many times people just come up and say, I really needed this. Like it was also, it was joyful and it was happy, but it was also like, there's something about this that feels embracing, and kind of like
Welcoming.
Yeah, that it feels like they're kind of welcomes back into a space that they needed to kind of feel part of something.
A lot
I
of people
see
said
that.
this is almost an escape for them to come share an evening with us.
Yeah.
They might have something, that tragic that has occurred in their lives, and for one night they can escape that.
So have you had someone, has anyone ever come up to you and just made you feel like, wow, okay, this is why I'm doing this? Because I'm sure you guys get overworked and exhausted sometimes too, and there has to be that thing that drives you and motivates you to keep doing it. What is that for you?
Yeah. The other day we were on the radio. We did a couple of songs, and a guy called in, and he was like, he was on his way to his father's funeral, and he just said, and actually he won tickets to come to our show next week, and he was just so excited. He was like, I've been listening to you guys, and I'm on my way to my dad's funeral, and this is exactly what my wife and I need right now. We cannot wait. So I don't know, I think just being able to be a part of this season and to feel like we are, that every year people like look to our music to kind of give them that,
that
feeling
comfort.
and that
Yeah.
comfort is really, really cool.
Yeah, you're kind of inadvertently a part of people's lives, even though you've never met them, you don't know the first thing
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
them. That's really neat. Well, I like it. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to be right back with more of the Snow Globes after this. Thanks for watching Behind the Spotlight. Welcome back to Behind the Spotlight. We have one more song from the Snow Globes, but before we get to that, Barkley, I need you to tell me, where can we find your latest album, all of your music? Tell us the whole spiel.
Yeah, so we have a website, thesnowglobes.com, which gives you the performance schedule for the year, and then we have a Facebook page, and we're on Instagram as well, the Snow Globes.
Perfect.
So nice and easy. And then if you want hard copy CDs, we're selling them at Vinyl Renaissance as well as Made in KC.
Awesome. Lots of options,
Right.
lots of ways to get the Snow Globes music, and your final song is going to be It's Christmas.
Yes.
All right, the Snow Globes, everyone.
There's no escape when you can't get away from the light, and the trees start coming inside. it's Christmas, and you can't ignore the town painted green and red, the mistletoe overhead. It's Christmas, and all these things are held so special and oh so very dear. I have found the secret to keeping it all year.
It's not just the
Snowy air or the jingle bells, the strains you make my heart begin to bloom. Oh, everything that feels like Christmas is wrapped up in you. And you never think that on a beach in the middle of June, my heart will still be humming a tune that sounds like Christmas. But it doesn't take seeing Rudolph fly through the sky to bring my spirit to life. It's Christmas, and all these things are held so special and oh so very dear. I have found